Hey guys, Charlie here. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am extremely consistent with my uploads and I am a very famous content creator. Uh, my videos have been reaching 30 views and 200 views, so pretty fire. Thank you for the support. I have some shorts. I got 38,000, and on Instagram I got a couple million, so I'm chilling. Anyway, uh, welcome back to a video. I'm sure as you saw in the title, no idea what the title is gonna be, but essentially, a couple days ago, I think it was like 5 days ago, on September 8th, 2025, a JavaScript package developer known as Josh Junin, we're gonna pronounce it like that, also known as Quix, was hacked. He was the lead maintainer for some of the most widely used npm packages like Chalk, Debug, and I think one of his most popular is ANSI Styles. Across these compromised packages, there is over like 2 billion weekly downloads. I'm not sure. It might be this one. Yeah, right here. Over 2 billion weekly downloads across all of these packages, which is just insane. Probably one of the most downloaded things consistently on the internet. And this has been named like the largest open source supply chain attack in history. So this guy is a pretty big deal, right? So how was this guy hacked, right? It wasn't some like super intricate 0 day exploit or anything. It was a phishing attack, which is pretty funny, right? To one of the best, probably just a amazing software developer. He was phished. For anyone who isn't aware, phishing is a like type of social engineering where an attacker impersonates someone trustworthy. So this email claimed to be with npm, which is like the largest JavaScript package manager, and it claimed to be with their support team, right? The email claimed there was a need to reset or verify his two-factor authentication method. Um, and Josh, despite being an extremely experienced developer, he fell for this and completed their 2FA request. So here's the email from support at npmjs.help, which is not their actual domain. But that's the one. Somebody purchased a domain that was similar, and he believed this, so he went ahead and clicked that update 2FA now, which gave them access to the accounts associated. Um, and yeah, so with the maintainer's credentials, the people who sent this phishing email could essentially do pretty much anything they wanted. They published new updates to his libraries, um, and these were malware riddled versions of, and he maintains 18 packages, which some of them are really extremely ingrained in the JavaScript ecosystem. Pretty much every Node.js project indirectly depends on at least one, if not multiple, of these libraries. So the malware itself is, so the hack was relatively basic. However, the malware wasn't. It wasn't ransomware. It wasn't a system backdoor or something like obvious. It was obfuscated JavaScript code, which made it harder to spot at first glance. So here we can see the obfuscated code, and then if we scroll down, the deobfuscated version of it. I don't know how much you guys know about JavaScript. I'll scroll down here because there's a lot to it. But basically what this payload did, and it's a lot, but what this payload did is it specifically targeted Web3 and crypto transactions, cryptocurrency. So essentially it could intercept wallet activity and replace a user's cryptocurrency wallet address with one controlled by the attacker, which would kind of silently steal funds during transactions. I don't know if you guys remember, but like, I don't know, a year or two ago, this company called Honey would switch like the referred by in websites in everybody's, whenever you went to a website, would switch the like referral link on the front end side to like Honey's link. So Honey was making a ton of money and sponsoring YouTubers so that everybody would fall for it. This isn't the exact same thing, but it's a similar concept. And then so yeah, that's basically it. By the way, all these links are in the description, so you guys can view everything if you wanna learn about how this code actually works. It's quite complex, but it's really really cool. Um, so the the scope for this, like the scale of this attack was like insane. It was probably one of the largest, if not the largest, cyber attack to ever be recorded. Like 2 billion weekly downloads is a lot. Like in total, 18 of his packages, Josh's packages, were compromised. Which is essentially every project in the Node.js ecosystem. So pretty much every single one had some level of exposure during like the hours that the malicious versions of these libraries were live. So now that you guys have kind of heard about the scope and that how many people could have potentially been infected, the damage. So millions of millions, millions upon millions of infected sites, right? This has to be tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars worth of stolen crypto, because this was almost every site, right? Surprisingly not. The confirmed financial loss is like under $1,000. I think I have. Oh, I gotta reload the tabs. I think I have some funny tweets. I've only personally heard of like $50. Somebody coming out and being like, "Oh yeah, I lost $50 or something." But other sites have claimed that it's under $1,000. Not millions, not hundreds of thousands, not thousands, less than $1,000 of stolen crypto from this huge attack that infected probably millions in the short couple hours it was up. Um, the potential damage, however, is so much higher. Like if this malware would have been undetected for even a day longer, millions of websites, apps, and businesses could have their entire front end code compromised, which would have been crazy. That would have been uh just absolutely insane. Um, but thankfully that didn't happen. Although the malware targeted crypto specifically, the risk wasn't limited just to these Web3 applications. Any app that pulled these packages into its pipelines was exposed. Credentials, API tokens, and sensitive user data could have all been hijacked just from this one group of attackers or one attacker. I don't think they've found out who it was yet. Um, However, there was a pretty good response from Josh. Um, he made a couple posts. I think I have one of them here. Yeah, here's one. He kind of laid his steps out for contacting NPM. Um, the good news is that the wonderful community of contributors and security researchers all noticed and acted super quickly. NPM unpublished some malicious versions, and Josh like pretty quickly within hours locked down all of his accounts. These security researchers also released detection tools and scanning rules. So if you run a Node.js application, you should really, or anything that could be using any of these packages or NPM, you should really run these tools. They're free, open source, go run them, just to ensure that you aren't infected still. But these developers and companies were urged to audit all of their dependencies, to reinstall the clean versions and clear all their NPM caches. So just make sure you guys do the same. And then there's no worry. There is a list of infected versions. Here's a list of the versions. This link will be in the description. So if you guys need to check, make sure you're not using any of that. Go ahead. But it's just kind of crazy to think about how much power these hackers had, right? Such a basic phishing attack. Phishing attacks are probably one of the largest, like, actually it's probably the largest cyber attack. Like it's not like 0 days, it's not just viruses, just general malware, anything like that. It's just phishing attacks. Like with this kind of power, they could have stolen hundreds of millions of dollars, but thankfully I believe this nothing really happened. Like in retrospect, it could have been a lot worse. I believe that this hack will be remembered as one of the largest and most dangerous open source incidents in history. But just to think about, if this had happened to a private package or a larger business that didn't have this open source so that a bunch of people could look through the code, this could have been catastrophic. Like this, like if something like if a Google employee would have clicked on this or a Microsoft employee, literally could have infected everything at Google Cloud or AWS or anything. So I guess we should be thankful that some cybersecurity research nerds saved us. But yeah, just it's just crazy to think about. But yeah, hey, I'm gonna keep this video short. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. It was a little bit of a ramble. Nothing too fancy. I just I don't know, the situation's crazy. Thought I'd make a video about it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next one.